Okay, so we're gonna start going over this outbreak that's about to happen. We'll be covering it throughout the night. We'll fix the bit rate first, So we're gonna start going over this outbreak. Shut up.
No.
Okay, Anna, go away. Go away.
Yo, come here.
Alright. Hopefully the stream's showing up peacefully now. So here's the deal. So what we're looking at right now is look at the storm prediction today. They're right now forecasting a moderate risk. I think it probably should be raised to high risk. I'll show you my forecast in a minute. But so yeah, we're gonna be covering this for basically the rest of the evening into the night. So here it is, the convective outlook. Here you see we have a moderate risk forecasted for Luna. It's going slow. Right. So we have a moderate risk for northern Alabama and even a bit of southern Tennessee, but this is the main risk area here. Tornado risk, 15% chance of significant tornado within 25 miles of anywhere in this red area, and then 10% in this area. Wind, 15% throughout the area, and then hail is up to 30% of significant hail, which I think is 2 inches or larger in this area. So I've also made my own forecast with the same color coding. So if you take a look at this, I've actually introduced an even higher risk. So high risk, which is the maximum you can give it, right here, northern Alabama. I'm just going to check the audio real quick. Yep, audio's good. So yeah, so right in here, I'm looking at very high risk and moderate risk, enhanced, light. So in here, we're looking at probably tornado outbreak. So yeah. yeah, if you're watching this, the whole point is just basically you can ask questions, we'll answer it. Ask what you can expect from where you are. We'll explain how the models work, etc. So yeah, so we can look right now, kind of what we're looking at here, why this is such a setup. So if we look here at peak of when we expect these tornadic supercells to be coming through, this is about 8 p.m. And so if we look at instability here, instability is basically, you can think of it as the fuel for the storms. It's basically your hot air. That's what will make the storms big, strong, robust, right? So it's actually 2,500 to even 3,000 down here. It's pretty moderate to high, so it's good. It should support very good storms. And then what's really going to make this quite something is if we look at the storm relative velocity, which is lower level shear, which basically it causes tornadoes. It's wind. It's what causes the tornadoes. Higher the value, the more these storms will spin. So if we look at that, you can see here, right, dropping down through the moisture is these high values of 300. Really, all you need to have some tornadoes here and there is 100. We have 300. We have consistently dropping right in here. And what that's going to do is, combining with that moisture, it's going to cause some serious supercells and rotating storms. So, go away. Shut up. So yeah, give me 1 second here. So yeah, this is what we're looking at later on here. We'll be looking at radar more. GR2 analysis is what we'll be looking at. So, so here we go. Yeah, so we have some serious shit here. What that'll do is it'll make the storms rotate, like I said, and what's happened is this is the latest model run, so the latest what the computer thinks is going to happen. There's been a serious uptick in the last few hours of what they think. So if we go back about 3 hours here, you can see it was a bit lighter, patchier. Even 4 hours you go back. Just quite the difference. It was still going to be strong, but that lower level jet that's going to cause turning of the winds has really increased here for just a much greater potential. We also have bulk shear, which is basically the difference in wind speed between the top levels and the lower levels of the atmosphere. So what this does is it keeps your storms going, it keeps them organized, and again, very strong right in here. That'll keep them going. And if we look at the simulated radar at this time, probably what I think will be the peak time. See here, a lot of strong cells, probably what will be supercells. Although right now it's showing them interfering with each other more than you expect. But yeah, you can kind of see here what will probably be a lot of supercells and then down through here to very strong cores here you see. So yeah, one of the things they do is they combine some of these parameters that show you like instability and shear to give you an idea of how strong the environment is. So one of the parameters is a significant tornado parameter. So if we click this, basically the way this works is anything above 1 it can be supportive of a significant tornado. Significant tornado being EF2 or above. So, and really it doesn't exactly work like this, but a good way to think of it is the numbers kind of correspond to So like if you had a 3, chances are you could get tornadoes of an EF3. Now you could get EF1s, you could get EF4s, but it gives you a general idea. So if we look in here, we're looking at 4 or 5 very good conditions. And if we click here to look more in depth, we can look at the wind profiles. So if you look here, north, east, south, west. This is called a photograph, and you can this right here. That's the storm direction. So you see, basically for the most part, they'll be moving due east. It's about 45 knots, so a bit over 50 miles per hour. So that's how you can expect the storms to be moving. You can also see here, it says possible hazard type, and it's PDS tornado, which means particularly dangerous situation tornado, something we rarely see. And you can see here the storm, the significant tornado parameter being at an 8, which is just insane. Shear almost 400, and Cape of almost 3,000, which is extremely strong conditions for what's coming through. Also, the front will be right in here, kind of this angle. So if you look in here and look at which way the winds will be taking them, you can see here, if you draw a line from the little 0 here to the little 6 here, again due east, that's basically perpendicular to the cold front, meaning that 1, the storms won't interfere with each other as much, and 2, they won't probably line up along the cold front. They'll get out in front of it a bit, meaning we can have more supercells. So conditions will be just right for them. So yeah, really, I mean, conditions are looking very, very favorable. If anything, they've been going up, not down, which usually is the other way around. So it's something. Like I said, right now they have a moderate risk. I think there's a small chance, I'm not sure, but it's possible they could leave a moderate risk too. If I was working at the prediction center, I would move it up to a high risk probably, just because the conditions are just so favorable for it. So yeah, real quick here, I'm gonna do something. Look at this stream up. It's struggling over here, so we'll just put it up real quick here. If we just go to YouTube real quick, we'll look up our screen real quick what to do. Let's see. 5. We're doing right now. Putting the stream out there. That's it. Um, um, so, 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 it's, the malls, I've been noticing 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 the malls, I've been to be 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 happy, yes, 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 yes. And 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 anywhere so like it's I don't I don't I don't I get some um basically 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 but I don't see much for this again the it's probably gonna be right. 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 It's probably gonna be yes, 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 yes. So, fix the mic real quick. Okay, so mic should be fixed now. I'll check that real quick. Alright, so yeah, we're seeing just 2 severe warnings right now, 2 severe thunderstorm warnings in Sun Georgia. Nothing major from what I'm seeing right now. So when the storms start picking up, we'll um, bring the big radar out. Okay, so yeah, audio's working. Okay. So, got any questions right now? Just let me know in the comments. Alright, so I think I'm gonna hook up yeah, what I'm gonna do here real quick, so I'm gonna try and hook up radar. And meanwhile, we'll be waiting here for it. I don't think it should take too long. But because I have it on a separate computer. But yeah, within 20 minutes, we should get the next update from the Storm Prediction Center. Like I said, probably the main event will be from 7 to 9 in northern Alabama. So that's what we're looking at. Okay. So real quick. Um, so yeah, we're looking at 7, like where I said northern Alabama, and then a 6, southern Tennessee. All depends kind of how far the charge. So I'm gonna take a charger a little bit. Okay. So 15 minutes till we get this update. Um. So yeah, let's talk about soundings here a bit. Explain those. So I can click on there. Basically, what a sounding is what a sounding is what weather balloons produce when they go up through the atmosphere. They give us different measurements. One of the things that computer weather models do is they actually produce what they think soundings will look like at a given time. So here we have a forecast sounding for the peak time period for this outbreak, which would be 8 p.m. tonight probably over northern Alabama. So This over here, this is the temperatures as it rises up in the atmosphere. So see here's the surface, 1 kilometer, 3 kilometers, straight forward. This dotted line is that's the path that alright, um, so yeah, what we're looking at here is this dotted white line right here. Um, what happens is when a cold front comes through, it lifts up the air. And so what happens is when the warm air down here at the surface gets lifted up, um, it's suddenly warmer than the air around it because, air is colder as you rise. So if it's lifted up by a cold front, suddenly it'll keep rising until it's the same temperature as the air around it. We call it a parcel. It's just a package of air from the surface. And so what happens then is it condenses as it goes up. Cold air, because it's warm, humid air, cold air around it makes it condense. That's how you get clouds. This red line here, and you can see down here, there's 0 Celsius, 10 Celsius, 20 Celsius, and it goes the other way, -10. So, and then you got temperature here. So basically any space between this white, before they intersect, that's instability. So you could see clouds going up to 12 kilometers here today. Then we have the hodograph, which is a bit more complicated, but it's basically it maps the wind. So see these little numbers here. These are kilometers up into the atmosphere. So that's 0 kilometers. That's at the surface. 1 kilometer up, 2 kilometers up, etc. So this way is north, up's north. This way is east, south, west. Okay, so surface winds, and then see these lines here. That's 70 knots. This line around here is 70 knots, or this is 60 knots. So this at the surface here, if you draw a line from the middle here up, it's basically going north, maybe northeast, at about 10 kilometers an hour, or 10 knots, sorry. So, and it's the same with here. So you get an idea of kind of the direction all the winds are going, and you see how there's this turning. That's wind shear as it turns with height. And you can also see the big difference in speed between 0 and 6 kilometers. So here it's going at about 10 knots. Here it's going about 60, right? So which would mean you have about, 50 knots of 0 to 6 kilometer bulk shear, which is what keeps the storms together. So if we look here, sure enough, if we look at the bulk shear here, we're looking at about 50 knots of bulk shear. Okay, so that's how that works. It's just a little thing. So yeah. So I didn't know this before. I don't really know when this came out. That's interesting. So yeah, in about 9 minutes or so, maybe less, maybe more, there will be a new outlook. I'm hoping, just based on what I'm seeing, my thinking is that they'll probably bring it up to high risk, moderate high, highs as hits. So, and you only maybe get that 2-3 times a year, nationwide. But they've issued a public severe weather outlook, which is basically what they issue on very severe, significant days. And it's kind of a briefing, maybe, uh, basically. So I haven't seen this yet, so I'm gonna read this off here real quick. So here's the outlook that they've issued. So you can see the moderate risk here. You can see down here on the scale, it's the fourth one up. So this is up there. It is. It's pretty significant. Again, the kind of same general area I highlighted. They might be a bit too far north now, though. As you can see, that the malls and kind of cutting off up here as far as severe storms go. So, this is for northern Alabama, far northwest Georgia, far southern Middle Tennessee, extreme northeast Mississippi. So hazards: several tornadoes, a few intense. Um, Actually, I think there are going to be several intense. Scattered large hail, very large hail, because these storms are going to be very organized. Hailstones are going to be sitting up there for a long time, very strong updrafts, some baseball size you can see here. So we're thinking maybe 3 inches. I think we already saw a 2 to 3 inch storm today, and that wasn't even with good conditions. So, and then isolated damaging winds. I think damaging winds will be more than isolated, but maybe I'm wrong there. So yeah, there's not much to this. My thinking is, even if they don't issue a high risk here, when they do issue a tornado watch, it will probably be a PDS tornado watch, which is a rare issuance. Basically, it's a tornado watch on steroids. So, basically, it's saying, look, this is not your typical tornado watch. Take this extremely serious. And even before they've issued this, I'd imagine this is what they're going to issue. I mean, that's what I'd be doing if I was them. But I'm not sure. I'm not at their place. So, but yeah, and in accordance with how significant the threat is today, schools down here are actually doing something they do not super often. They've actually gotten out of school early, like noon, 1 o'clock, in a lot of this area in here, to avoid any safety problems they might encounter. So that's one of the precautions they're taking. It's very good, but it gives you an idea of how much they are concerned about this weather outbreak. Um, and it really has gone up maybe more than anticipated. I think maybe they could have, honestly, I think they could have maybe put out how much they were worried about this earlier, but it is what it is. So I want to look at this mesoscale discussion right here. So here we go. So basically, what a mesoscale discussion is, I haven't actually seen this one before. I don't know why somehow I missed it, but what a mesoscale discussion is basically a storm prediction center. Basically, they say, here's what we're thinking about. Actually, I'm watching the Weather Channel right now. They're talking about it here too. They say, so yeah, but yeah, they say kind of what they're planning. So here we go. We have severe potential tornado watch likely. Probability of watch issuance is 95%. Um, so yeah, right in this area again, the area I was talking about. Conditions are becoming increasingly favorable for strong supercell development. Yada yada yada. Here's what's really important right here. Environmental parameters appear supportive of potentially long track tornadoes, and this will be addressed within the next few hours with a tornado watch. Now, from what I see, it doesn't say anything about PDS. I still think it's a good idea. I don't know if that means they won't or they. I don't remember if they usually say in the mesoscale discussion whether it will be or not. Um, Either way, it will be a significant one, and I'll be very interested to see. It will probably come out here. I think it should come out by 4 is what it said. So, Yeah, and that'll be coming out basically the same time as this new Outlook that we're waiting on here, which again will be 4 o'clock ish. So yeah, and again, the plan is here when storms really start firing. The plan is to get we have GR2 analysts, which I'll actually show you here right now. It's pretty cool. So um, basically, it's an extremely high tech weather program, weather radar that is. Uh, this might be what you see on some of the best TV channels. Um, it's $250, I think, but it's one-time payment. It's very much worth it if you're into weather. So yeah, one of the coolest features it has here is you can see storm in 3D, even sometimes a tornado if it's very pronounced. So here you can see the 1999 War tornado. Um, you can see a lot of different information. You can see like hail maps, wind maps. It's very impressive, and we'll be getting that out to cover the storms that are going on as they happen in depth, um, highlighting kind of the problem areas and so on. Hopefully, keeping people safe. So one of the things I wanted to do here is I wanted to go to Severe Studios, which is a site I recommend you go to. Also, um, they have live storm chases, so we can see the basically what's going on the grid, what's going on the grids, which is extremely important. Let's see chases. Right now, there's right went real when we. So this guy's in lines in Alabama. See where that is right now. Lines, lines, lines. I'd like to see for that. Um, hung up a minute here. So, um, um, um. So if we go to maps here real quick. Z, z, z. Oh yeah. Okay. So yeah, it's pretty much right in the. If we look here, let's go back to the model real quick. Real quick. It's right in here. Um, which I'd say is which I'd say, get hammered right around 7. 7. If we look at the radar potential, yeah, that's honestly perfect placement probably. You know, even back here would be great play. All in here is here. If you're chasing, if you're, you can see the supercells right there, definitely. Um, so any second, the new outlook. For that to come in, I am come in. I Link Peterson, 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 team viewer, team viewer, team viewer. Yeah, it's really, 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 new. Mouse won't stay there. 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 Nope. 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 Out. New view. That one. And then here we'll look at here we got models here again. Models here again. And so yeah. And listen, I was just like that. We got that. does that outlook? So, actually, left side, down, understood all this, down, understood all this, down, understood all this, down, understood. So, area adjustments to the outlook at the 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 adjustments to the outlook at breaks in the cloud, from 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 breaks in the cloud. This thing, It'll go back for a second. You'll still be able to hear my voice. But that's what we're gonna do so you guys don't steal the code. Yep. Alright, so what I'm doing right now is I am just connecting my computer so you can see the high-tech radar we're showing, which will be very good. We'll be able to look at them in 3D in depth, hail, wind, rotation, basically all these features. Now, Park. Okay, stop. Okay. All right. So, there we go. I'll go full screen with that. I'll go full screen with that. I'll go full with if you hopefully do that, yeah. Yeah, get away. For so, left here, you see, left here, you see, left here. It's gonna be here. Looking at Sir, 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 sir. Has straight up comments, 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 by knocked out, 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 by knocked out. If you're viewing right if you're viewing right if you're viewing right if humble question, ask question, location, at certain locations, at certain locations, at certain locations, at certain locations, at certain location, but certain exit out of that, free 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 exit out of that. Based on where I'm hovering, 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 based on relation. I believe position if you want. White setup, 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 setup. So 8 o'clock. You can see this here. You can see this just bulk good, very good, very good, very good, very good, very good, very good. You need at least 50 for that. 50 for that. Easily succeeding. 400, 450, 400, 400, and then for the rotation for tornadoes, we look all again for tornado 150 for tornado 150 for easily exceeding that, easily exceeding even 100. Um, 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 seriously, 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 seriously. So, 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 so. Change. This is the last model run. Relatively. So, there's. I am seeing maybe before he was kind of thing maybe go to 8 p.m. And then for the 7 p.m. If you go forecast, do the shift, but it has also in what we're thinking, and I think the reason for that is everything she's about what is 2500 system whole zero across the whole zero yeah, that's plenty. Just storm relativity, very strong jet 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 500 cores right in here, here. Which is so up here, which is interesting. Stuff. Honestly, And the man see all into the others, to the others, to the others. But even though it's 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 it is. You gotta be ready. 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 You got. And real quick. And real quick. And. Um. Yeah. Here. See if those were. We're quick. Pause what we're. Pause what we're. Pause what we're doing. So, he has been issued as I alluded to earlier. They probably. Maybe 2-3 times a year, 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 2-3 year. Hi, 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 hi. Severe. Now, now, that's so we get saying, not saying, not saying, not definitely, here, so this is, this is, this is, this is, this is, this is something. I mean, look at this. Same, gotta take it seriously. There is tornadoes. Well, we're in conditions right now. So that'd be busy. Conditions in Florida, there's stuff ain't that stuff ain't damn Alabama, Alabama. This she doesn't have to keep getting rid of it. All right, it's all right. It's you don't have inches, almost 1.5 inches, almost 1.5 inches, almost 1.5 inches, almost. It's scattered. I would not scatter it much. Here. Almost started. Scan, scan, scan. It's a bit rate. So until Friday. How about now? How about now? Okay. Is it working now? Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing. Is it working? Alright, I'm gonna restart Voxel real quick here. How about now?
Is it working? Okay. So we're having some audio problems. I'm going to try and restart Voxel and see if it works. So we're having some audio problems. I'm going to try and restart Voxel and see if it works. Come on. Work. Okay. So Voxel is starting up. Let's hope it doesn't screw it up.
Testing. 1, 2, 3. Hello? Testing. Is it working? Turn it up a bit. There we go. How about now? Is it working? We're good? Bring it up to a good mic level. Is that good? How about there? Yes, good. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so I think we're good again. At least we better be. Okay. So, let's just make sure real quick one more time. We're good? Yes?
Okay, I'm now. Is it working now? Okay, should be working now. Testing 1, 2, 3. Okay, should be working now. Alright. Anyway, let's get back to this. Alright. Here's the deal. Alright, so we have just had a PDS tornado watch issued, which is a particularly dangerous situation. That is, they account for 3% of tornado watches, so they're very rare. They are used for tornado watches when long-lived, intense tornadoes are likely. Here's the radar at the moment. Oops, I did not mean to do that. As of now, we just have a few severe thunderstorm warnings. This might be more towards where they will be forming eventually. As of now, though, it appears that there are no radars near it. So, back to the models. Take a look at this. Look at the latest model run, and it's not in yet, so we'll just wait for that to come in. But we're looking at significant tornado parameter right now, pretty strong in here. So this is where storms should start firing. Where we just looked at that one storm that we're right in this area. We take a look at that again. So it's right there on the northern Alabama border. And like I said, we can't get a very good view of that right now, but these will probably become supercells here. Just entering into the enhanced risk area. In my forecast, they would already be well into it. They'd be right in here. I would probably shift this a bit down here now, maybe, but yeah. Basically, this general area right now, very concerned about. We look at 8 p.m. It's just vicious. We're looking at significant tornado parameters of up to 6.4, which is very concerning, very high. Look at this. Look at that 10 now. That's just insane. Looking at, wow, 500 shear, 2500 instability. That is insane. That's insane. That's very concerning. In that same area, see, here's the instability around 8. Quite strong, actually. And what we're going to have going for it that's going to make it so strong around the 7 to 8 o'clock time period, even more so than it is now, is we're going to have a strong low-level jet come in here pretty consistently, dropping right down into the warm sector. Perfect positioning for it. You can see right here, look at that, almost 500 in this area. Right around 300 for a lot of it, which is quite high. And what's causing that is if we go here to 850 millibar wind, you can see here we have this strong, very strong jet pulse coming in right here. And you can see here it's going kind of up like that. And if we go to mid levels, for example, it's going basically due east. Same just above 850. So quite strong. I am going to go do something. I will be right back here in a minute. I'll leave you guys watching a storm chaser. I'll be back within like 2 minutes. But let's look at let's refresh this real quick. This is severestudios.com. I'd highly recommend going to it. It has all the live storm chasers right now. So yeah, I look at Morgan County, Alabama, which I would assume is probably the northern extent of it. And I'll leave that on for you guys to watch until I come back here. I'll be right back. Real quick before I leave too, I just want to point out this low hanging cloud, probably scud. I'm gonna just see if I can see where kind of general area where he is. Not sure, but that definitely looks like good potential out here. So I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. So yeah, ominous skies here in Morgan County, Alabama. I'm kind of curious where that is real quick. We won't check. Okay. So. Another tornado watch, aside from the PDS tornado watch, has been issued here. Another tornado. That's interesting. Okay. So let's check this out real quick. Hold on. So, we're showing 2 here a second ago. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. There's a tornado watch that's just been issued. Let me plug this in real quick, 1 second, and we'll take a look at that. Alright, yep, sure enough. Earlier, we were pointing out those storms on the edge of the radar beam, right on the edge of northwest Alabama. We were saying those would probably become supercells pretty quick, and sure enough, that's correct. This is probably what will become our huge tornado makers here in the future. I'll show you why real quick here. So they're right up in here. If we go to 21Z, which is right now, and check out how conditions should be shaping up, you can see they are starting to become quite volatile in this area. 4.2s, and it's still a bit spottier than it will be later. There will be quite the uptick, but it is right in that swampy, sheer area. So if you look here, perfect instability, 3,000. We can take a look at the shear. Which, as you can see, is still kind of spotty, but there are places here and there where it could be pretty bad. So you can see that coming together, and later this here, what is a weak jet right now, will solidify and become stronger as it drops into here, and that will be where we can get these long-lived, strong tornadoes. We already could, but that their chances will increase by a lot. So let's check out this tornado warning real quick here, as best we can, even though it is a decent ways away from a radar. We'll do what we can here. So, just let it load up here real quick. And here we go. Here's this line of what's going to be supercells forming right here. Alright, stream was having a bit of a problem. Here we go. We're back now. Alright, so you can see these already turning into kind of gnarly shaped storms. Right now they are interfering with each other a decent amount, but you can see how this is kind of already getting its little hook here. Very, very dangerous. Take a look at rotation. You can see there's just this line of rotation in here. Not the best organized right now, but these will very quickly become individual supercells that we need to worry about. Let's just make sure that microphone stuff's coming through. Yep, we're all good. Alright, we can get back to that now. So, yeah, and this is not the best shape, but you see this little kidney bean shape here. That means we're getting supercells. We can look at the base velocity, and you can see probably right in here we're getting some rotation. I wouldn't say it's the strongest, but it's hard to tell. It really is because the radar is so far away. Let's try and take a 3D view of this real quick, though. Yeah, it's pretty jumbled. Can't get much out of it, honestly. So we'll let it get closer. But as these continue to move to the east, more will form. Oh, alright, sorry about that. You can also see some are forming out in front. I think that will continue. And I think it'll continue down this way. As they continue here with these potent conditions, they will only become stronger. And right now, helicity is very spotty, so it'll be kind of in and out. As it comes into here, that jet will really strengthen right in here, and conditions will become just perfect for long-lived tornadoes, I think, based on what I'm looking at. Yeah, you can, even from a distance, you can see this already developing quite the hail core, and you can see all these kind of have the similar shape of almost kidney bean. And any ones that get really discrete, especially any ones that form out here ahead, even especially, could become very dangerous very quickly. And yeah. But yeah, right now all the storm interference I think is keeping them at bay somewhat, which is a good thing. But I don't know how long that will last. Let's take a look at the models. I think we have a new model run that's coming, the 20Z model run. Yep. So let's take a look at that real quick. Probably not much change. Yep, basically the same thing. So let's take a look at the storm relative velocity. And again, we'll show you kind of how this evolves. So this is right now, basically. So we kind of got the spotty, stronger ones. And then, I mean, it's all decent. You could still have tornadoes. It still definitely can produce tornadoes in that area. As you move on, though, to 6 o'clock, you can see it starts strengthening, still kind of spotty, though. Then 7 o'clock, you now see it really starting to solidify in here. That's when it gets real dangerous. And then even 8 o'clock. Still solidifying. Now you can see this just swath of very strong shear, which we're concerned about. If we look at the instability, strongest down here. Down here, threat's not as strong, although we still could get some definite tornadoes down here. Here is sufficient, but the instability is very high. So, yeah. Anyone on the stream right now, leave a comment. Comment your questions. I'll answer them right away. And yep. So, the setup is looking very good for tornadoes. look at this. There's even been, I think, an uptick since the last model run here. Yeah, pretty significant, honestly. Yeah, don't want to mess with that. Be back in a minute.